Hey guys, it is Izzy and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'll be giving my own opinions on the iPhone 13 and 13 mini. If you do enjoy this video, please hit the like button, and if you enjoy the content that I make, please consider subscribing. Now we're just going to go through the specs of the iPhone 13 and 13 mini. I have seen the iPhone 13 and the 13 mini in real life. I don't have it with me or on me, but I've seen it in the stores, and based off the appearance, it looks pretty clean, same as like last year's. To be honest, it's the same as last year's, but let's go through the specs anyway. So I'll just read it off my information that I've gathered. So it is rocking the new A15 Bionic chip with the new 6-core CPU with 2 performance cores, and it has the 4 efficiency cores, which is nice, and the new 4-core GPU. So when it comes to like gaming or just maybe video editing on your phone, it's gonna help a lot. So the colors that the iPhone 13 and 13 mini come in are Product Red, Starlight, Midnight, which is just a black, blue, and this beige kind of pink. So a lot of people expected the iPhone 13 and 13 mini to have a bright pink, but we ended up getting like a beige kind of pink, which like a lot of people wanted the bright pink, and I didn't really mind the beige pink, pale pink. It looks pretty fine to me, to be honest. The available storage options for the iPhone 13 and 13 mini are 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes, and 512 gigabytes. So they're both rocking the Super Retina XDR display, which is really nice to see, as the iPad Pro does use the same display, which is really great. And seeing it on the iPhone 13 and 13 mini is really nice because the display is just really clean, really clean. One thing I'm not a fan of is just small phones. So the iPhone 13 mini is a 5.4 inch display, which I really don't like, but I can't really say anything. I don't have the biggest of hands, as you guys can see, and I rock the 6.1 inch iPhone 11, just standard. You guys can see there. I rock that as just my daily phone, and to me that it feels like the right size for a phone. I don't know, 6.1 inches feels like the right size, and the iPhone 13 is 6.1 inches, which is great, but it's preference. It all comes down to preference from the consumer who wants to buy the iPhone 13 mini or 13. So they're both rocking a 60Hz display, so I think one of the downsides is it doesn't have the 120Hz display, which the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max does have, but it's not bad. The display still looks beautiful. Apple somehow makes the screen look like it's more than 60Hz. Even though it's 60Hz, they are really good at just making the things which normally look bad for Samsung, or look like there's so little compared to Samsung. They make the displays look really good. The iPhone 13 is rocking 2532 by 1170 resolution, so obviously a bit bigger as it is 6.1 inches. Comes to the camera system, they both use the same camera system. So with the dual 12 megapixel camera system having the wide, ultra wide cameras, the 2x optical zoom out, the digital zoom up to 5x, which compared to Samsung, and I don't like to compare them both because it's either you just like, if you like Samsung, you like Samsung. If you like Apple, you like Apple. But 5x zoom, I won't use up to 5x zoom in. Having, for example, 10x would be pretty like nice and just, I guess, just there, if you know what I mean, just there for people in case if they'd like to use it at any time. With like Samsung having the 100x times zoom, which is, that's crazy, that is extreme. So they have the night mode, and looking off some just pictures and just researches, it hasn't really been too good with the night mode. Nothing really has changed too well, but they also have included the photographic styles, which I haven't really looked too into as I've been focused on one special feature. The new cinematic mode. So this cinematic mode is where it blurs out the background and auto focuses on different objects depending on if they're looking at the camera or not. So as you guys can see, with like the background is really blurred, you can barely see the bed there, but then if we zoom out, it kind of focuses, tries to autofocus. When I zoom back, like you can kind of see, and that's what the iPhone is trying to do. And It's nice to have it there. It obviously isn't the best thing because like it's something new that we haven't seen in phones, and I think it's great if you're like making YouTube videos, then having that there would be pretty nice to use, because I've seen a lot of people who would like to make YouTube videos and blur out the background, but they don't want to spend too much on a camera. But if they have the iPhone 13, pretty easy with the cinematic mode and that. There is one problem, is that I'm pretty sure it runs 30 FPS, so max FPS for cinematic mode is 30 FPS. It is not 60, but you can still record casually like normally, like 4K up to 60 FPS now on that. When it comes to battery life, the iPhone 13 and the 13 mini have 7 hours and 45 minutes to be exact. I'm pretty sure. I haven't tested it out because I don't have the iPhone 13, but off my research, it says 7 hours compared to the iPhone 13 Pro. Let's just say that the like a lot of people are going for the iPhone 13 Pro because of the battery life, the 120 Hz, the two big things that kind of push people towards the iPhone 13 Pro instead of the iPhone 13 and 13 mini. When it comes to the iPhone 13 mini, the starting price is $1,200. For the iPhone 13, it's going to be 1,350 Australian dollars. So both these prices are in Australian dollars. I will put the conversions for the just USD. But yeah, those are the prices for the iPhone 13 and 13 mini. When it comes to the iPhone 13 mini and just the 13, I see these phones in a really weird place because a lot of people are going to the 13 Pro because of the 120 Hz and the battery life. And it puts the iPhone 13 mini and 13 in a just like kind of awkward spot, because I feel like Apple's trying to get more attention for the iPhone 13 Pro, because they haven't really got a lot of attention in the past with like the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro. Haven't gotten too much, I guess, respect, you would call it, as in just not that much sales have gone through for them. And looking at the iPhone 13 mini, it is the last mini, I guess, versions, if you like to call it, just last mini type of iPhones that you are gonna see. So that's upsetting to see, because I think some people did prefer the iPhone 13 mini or just the mini versions of the iPhones, which is sad to see, but it just didn't sell too well. To Apple's statistics, according to Apple's statistics, it hasn't sold too well, and they just haven't really gained any income from the 13 mini or the iPhone 12 mini. At the end of the day, it does come down to your preference. So if you'd like to get the 13 mini or the 13 Pro or 13 Pro Max, it obviously comes down to preference, and I've given my own opinion just for you guys to like kind of characterize on, just if you'd like to maybe take my opinions, use it into your decision to which iPhone you like to buy. But I honestly think the iPhone 13 isn't in a bad spot. The mini, it's last year, so might as well just, yeah. I don't even know what to say about the mini. It's a good phone. If you'd like to just maybe, if you're on a tight budget, by all means, go ahead, try get the iPhone 13 mini, because the starting price is 1,200 Australian dollars, and that's the lowest price for the lineup when it comes to the iPhone 13s. But as I said, in the end of the day, it does come down to preference, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you do enjoy the content I make on this channel, please hit the subscribe. See ya.